play a character if I don't know who my character is?
Okay, Carol, your character caught her husband having an affair.
Oh.
In a fit of rage, she shot him and his mistress. But it turns out your husband had been planning to do you in. And so he cut the brakes on your car. On the way back from killing the pair, you plunged off a cliff to a fiery death.
I like that. I can work with that.
All right, let's get this.
Good. Remember, when I start my speech, drop the level of bowling a little bit. Okay? Now let's start again. A man works. A man dreams. A man pours his soul into a thing. A man sacrifices as brick upon brick he builds. He builds a thing that he can be proud of, a thing that will last, a thing that he hopes will go on when the man himself has passed from this world.
See, Stanley, it doesn't fit. He says, pass from this world. It doesn't make sense for him to say that if he's speaking from hell. Please stop the waving and so distracted.
Well, we can change the dialogue to make it work. It's powerful, Seymour.
But Stanley, why would the father be in hell? I mean, there's nothing in the play that suggests he was in any way a bad person.
Well, maybe he did something that's not in the play.
But it would change the whole feel of the play if the father was some evil guy.
Well, he doesn't have to be evil.
He's in hell.
Well, you know, maybe he was a great guy, but just picked the wrong religion. Maybe he was Episcopalian, and it turns out that only Presbyterians get into heaven.
I really don't know how we would. Really? Presbyterians?
It doesn't matter. Maybe it's Baptists.
Well, it matters to the Presbyterians. Anyway, we can't do that. First of all, we'd have to explain it all, and it's the opening scene. Secondly, whichever religion you pick, you'll alienate the rest of the audience.
Oh, Seymour, but it's powerful. It's powerful.
Well, so is a bazooka, but you don't use one to open a rifle jar. Sorry, Stanley, the answer's no.
Well, I think you're making a mistake.
You usually do.
Oh, Seymour, if you're dead set on doing the scene in the boardroom, I was thinking, since my character is a ghost, how about we use wires and I float down onto the stage and I hover while I do my monologue?
Stanley, we're doing desperate measures, not Peter Pan. Do you have any idea how complicated those wire systems are?
Mr. Director, we really need to talk about the scheduling.
Look, Miss
Adams,
Adams, I made a deal with the bank for enough time to put on our last show, and we have just the amount of time we need. Assuming Stanley doesn't have, 4 or 5 more ideas that we have to run through.
but your schedule doesn't work with our construction schedule.
Look, Miss Adams, this theater has stood here since 1919, and you want to knock the thing down so the world can have one more fast food restaurant. Well, you're just going to have to wait a little longer. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll have a front row seat for the bulldozers when they roll over our little bit of culture here.
This is just simple business. If people wanted theaters more than they want burgers, your theater wouldn't be going out of business. We're just
timing is perfect. All you remember Abigail. Come here, Abigail.
Hi.
I hope you remember her. She was in our last show last season.
Hi, everybody.
Abigail's going to play the lawyer.
I thought the lawyer was a male part.
What? You don't think a woman can be a lawyer?
No, I thought the lawyer's name was Arvin Jones.
It was, okay. But Abigail was available, so we'll just change the name to, well, might as well use Abigail Jones, if that's all right with you, Abigail.
Sure.
Good. Now, I haven't worked out how to open the second scene yet. Lily Bardeen left a big hole there, so for now, we'll just start with where Bardeen started. The three siblings are, you're at the table. Abigail, you're talking to them. So let's get right to it. Stanley, you can take a break, but don't go too far.
Okay, I'll be around. I promised George I would help him with the measurements.
Good.
I do appreciate that, Mr. Stanley. Say, did I hear you say that this here theater was built in 1919?
Yes, it was. Why?
Oh, I was just curious is all. Say, you mind if I borrow your step ladder there?
Well, yeah, if you can get out of the way, that'd be great.
Thank you kindly. Right this way, Mr. Stanley.
Okay? I'll follow you.
Okay, everybody have their place here? All right, let's go.
Who are you?
My name is Arvin Jones. Sorry, Abigail Jones. I am Mr. Tracy McNary's attorney.
Oh, you are you? So the vultures are starting to circle. What does Mr. McNary want?
He wants to help.
I'm sure he does.
He understands your company has fallen on difficult times.
Yes, I'm sure he's very sad about that.
So what does he want? To buy the company? No, not at this time.
Of course not. He doesn't want to take on the pensions, does he? Why doesn't he just wait for bankruptcy?
Well, in fact, Mr. McNary plans on waiting until the company goes into receivership before we do anything about the pension.
I knew it.
Then what are you doing here?
Well, Mr. McNary wishes to move things along as quickly as possible.
Can't wait to get his hands on the business, can he?
He simply sees no reason to delay the inevitable any longer than necessary. To that end, he has a proposition that he believes will be beneficial to both of us.
Well, I don't want to hear it.
Now, Dale, we need to at least hear what she is saying. Go ahead, we're listening.
Mr. McNary has identified several assets of the company that he would be willing to purchase, allowing the three of you to extract some of the company's remaining equity before it's gone.
I see. So we've got the company, selling off assets for pennies on the dollar, which drives our own company into bankruptcy even faster.
We would not characterize it that way.
But that's what it is. We put a few dollars in our pocket and purposely drive our company into bankruptcy.
And the pensions?
The question of the pensions will have to be settled when the company goes into receivership.
In other words, there will be no pensions.
You are just horrible people.
Mr. McNary is simply a businessman attempting to make the best deal he possibly can. If your business had been run more effectively, you wouldn't be in this position. I suggest you consider Mr. McNary's offer very carefully. You can accept his terms and get something out of this business, or you can wait and you get nothing. We will wait to hear your decision. Good day.
I will never make a deal with that devil.
Well, I don't know what else we can do.
Well, I have been doing some research, and I might have a plan that could save us.
Well, what is it?
Well, you see...
Seymour, I have a great idea. You know, it might be my best idea ever.
Stanley, we're in the middle of a scene.
I know, but this can't wait. Sam, can you get that picture frame back picture hanging in the boardroom. But see, it will be me. And I can react to what's being said, no matter what. And like when they're talking about selling the property, I can be angry.
Stanley, no.
But I think it could work.
No.
I'm hungry. Can we take a little break? Yeah.
Well, I think that's a great idea. We'll break for 20 minutes and then get back to work.
Great. Okay, we're going to take about a 20-minute break. Remember, the Houston House is open for snacks. Terry's is also open, but it's off limits too.